Breaking Dawn. All right, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Wednesday morning and we are ready to go. We have Sergeant Greenwich who will join us at 6:30 for Behind the Badge. We have a few issues to discuss with him there. We have Pastor John in the latter half of the second hour who will join us as well. So we want to get things cracking immediately. And I'm not going to go through any headlines in the news. There's a few things that have popped up in the news that we will get to. All right? So we're going to deal with a couple things inside this first segment here. As we say good morning to all of our regional viewers, everybody watching us internationally, good morning to you, whether you're on social media, the YouTube audience, the Facebook audience, the Tego audience, wherever you are, watching Breaking Dawn in any part of the world, good morning to you. This here style bacchanal that break out over the weekend. Apparently there is a school in South Trinidad and there was a video that was circulating where the dean of the school, not the principal, it was the dean of the school who apparently pulled up a few of the female students on their hairstyle, right? And we've had these issues pop up from time to time. And of course, the usual race nonsense pop up again too. Because you know, Trinidad can't, anything is a race issue, right? Nice. The only race I know is Run, Stefan, Run. April 26th. All get ready for that. Nice. So I'll plug that in, fellas. Oh, God, hey. All right, so let me just give you a little insight here because social media has erupted apparently. I tell you, this place sickening, yes, when you really check it out. A post on social media on January 17th of a contract sent to parents of the Faizabad Secondary School outlining what hairstyles are not allowed for female students using pictures of black women has ignited another controversy about racism in schools. The page, which lists items 53 and 54 of the School Rules 2026, contains signature lines for the parent and child who agree to comply with the aforementioned rules of Faizabad Secondary School. Item 53 said, quote, hair should not be longer than 10 inches below the child's shoulder blades. Hair should be pulled back and wrapped once longer than the shoulder length. And a photo showing a sample of what is not accepted shows a person sitting with a chair with braids extending below their buttocks. Item 54 said female hairstyles need to be groomed, no pineapple buns, buns should not exceed 3 inches in height, no half up and half down. The example shown all features black women including afros and pineapple buns. This is it here, right? Comments on social media asked why there were no pictures of Indian women as Trinidad and Tobago is a multicultural society. People noted that Indian girls tended to have long hair and hairstyles similar to some of those shown. And a video circulated on social media purportedly has the voice of the principal telling students that they are not to wear certain hairstyles to school. Now, I'll make that correction. There was a policewoman who put out a video on social media and she said, just to clear it up, it's not the principal, it is the dean. And she said she knows the dean and the dean is a very classy person. This is how she put it. And she said, as a police officer, because, you know, we have police officers stationed at certain schools across Trinidad and Tobago, and then you have police officers in the zone and they see these children going to school. She said, as a police officer and a part-time hairdresser, because she says she has to take appointments when she's off. She said, she just be watching these children going to school wondering, like they putting more time into the hairstyle than the actual schoolwork. Right? But she was saying, the video is like 8 minutes long and I ain't had time to run it today. Okay? So, that's now, eh? All right, it have like what the video says, and I ain't even going into all that because I have too much to read. The Education Ministry, coming off the back of this, did put out a statement, but like apparently nobody reads. Put the Education Ministry statement for me. Education Ministry says that schools cannot deny access to classes over hairstyles. You would think that this would be the end of it, but oh no. Like I say, it always had to be about race. So we had to find something in the situation to say, oh my goodness, that is racism. And then create a whole other conversation for chaos. So the Ministry of Education has moved to clarify its position on student hairstyles after an image allegedly from a secondary school circulated widely on social media outlining strict grooming rules and shown examples of hairstyles described as not accepted. The image, titled School Rules 2026, lists detailed restrictions on hair length and styles for female students, including limits on bun size and bans on certain natural hairstyles. In a statement issued in response, the ministry said the National School Code of Conduct does not prescribe or prohibit specific hairstyles. The Ministry of Education says schools must not exclude students from classes or school activities because of their hairstyle or grooming, stressing that any rules must be reasonable, not discriminatory, and in the best interest of the child. The ministry said schools are allowed to establish rules on uniform and grooming to support order, safety, and discipline, but stressed that these rules must be applied fairly and consistently and must not result in humiliation, exclusion, or denial of access to learning. Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlett said, quote, our approach is clear. Schools may set grooming guidelines, but they must be reasonable, respectful, and never deny a child their right to education. To me, fellas, that is not talk done there. Ought to be. But for some reason or the other, the conversation goes on. And of course, the image creates a whole stir. But let me tell you something, I'll be real with all of this morning. When I was going to school, right? When I was going to school, we used to go to school with this hairstyle thing, I can't remember it being an issue. I used to have a moped, believe it or not. Right? I used to course a moped in school because I had hair back then. Right? The balding didn't take place. So, you know, the moped, you fade the side and the back and thing, and you had the hair dropping down and that kind of thing, right? Wherever. And there were people with other types of hairstyles and so on and so forth. But I cannot remember. Now, we's men, so the rules kind of different for us now, boy. Right? As opposed to women. Because women take their hair very seriously these days. You go and you look at the cost that a woman has have to go through to see where their hair, while we just go by a barber and pay $60. When I don't go to buy no barber again, some people pay $100 for a barber now. Barbers get spoiled because they get them tip now. I don't go buy barber again, I buy my machine, I just do so, press a button and hold the ISO. Right. In 5 minutes, my head gone back bald. I good to go. Right? I don't know about everybody else. That's the beauty of being in the Bald Head Association. You know, we just get ready quick. But in terms of hairstyles, like everything else, has evolved over time, and rules have evolved over time. Leniency has evolved over time. Right? When you look at some of the things that going on in some of these schools, whether it is in the school, after school, or whatever the case might be, it gets worse over time. I know that other people who will call in and say, well, you know, back in we day, and it always had this, but it's the extent, right? And there is this kind of privilege that takes place in this particular era, where people, children as well that go into school, believe that they're privileged to do this or do that or do the other. Let me tell you, in my time, they had the rule on sneakers in school, right? And I remember, boy, I went to school with our white sneakers, boy, a troop. Remember that sneakers, fellas? Chris, all you know about that troop? Anyhow, I went to school with a troop, was a red and white troop, boy. And I in the class with the troop and thing, and I remember, it's either Agard or Narayan, boy, one of the two of them, you know. The principal or the vice principal of St. George's College at the time. They see me balancing myself, walking through the corridor and thing with my troops on, and tell me, go home, you know. They say, go home. Over the color of your shoes. Go home. You can't wear that. I had to walk up 6th Avenue and go home. You understand what I tell you earlier? I had to walk up the road and go home because I went a white sneakers, right? I had to walk up the road and go home. I can't remember if it was all white, all black. I try to remember, you know, but it was a white sneaker, it had red in it. And that's what they tell me to go home because the sneakers had red in it. I telling you. I telling you. That's how strict it was. And you can't be walking around school with your shirt outside your pants and them kind of thing. They used to tell you, tuck in your shirt. You dig where I'm coming from? I don't know what the rules was like for you. No, Chris, you're the youngest one here. All you used to get any strict enforcement of tucking your shirt in your pants and that kind of thing? By telling you, simple thing like that, and your shirt had to be tucking good, and what? You have to look presentable, boy. If what? If your pants too, always get thing for tight pants? Damn right. All you're lucky. Now, well, we would now wear tight pants every day. You know why? No, brother man. In my day, I wouldn't wear tight pants because I used to get licks. That's why we used to wear baggy pants. We wouldn't wear tight. You didn't used to wear tight pants. I used to feel it for the tight pants. Anytime a man have on a tight pants in school and end up in front of the principal office or by the dean to get strokes, I used to feel it for them. Because I know that pants too tight, boy. They're going on, they're going on with waves. Yeah. When you reach home and you're going in the bathroom to bed and you look back, it's waves, you know. It's only waves. You understand? Yeah, troop. That was a sneaker back in the day. Troop, Avia, all them little brand, Travel Fox and thing. But anyway, you as a parent must know, or ought to know, what is, you know, how when your child go to school is a representation of yourself and the school, right? Now, I don't know about this here thing. I know it has all kind of different hairstyle and all kind of thing, but you're not going to a party. You're going to school. And the police officer, who's the part-time hairdresser in this video that I was watching last night, she made a good point. She says some of these hairstyles she does see these girls going to school with. She said, how long it does take to prep that? Look now, man. I don't know. Maybe I just old school and I thinking different, but I don't know. 327-7400. Let me get thoughts on this with the hairstyle thing. Look, somebody telling me you're lucky it wasn't Mr. Leacock. Boy, you know. We used to get in trouble for any little thing in school, boy. Because once you go into school, brother man, you representing that school. You have to look decent when you're out the road, boy. Not decent like you're going to a party or you're going to the club or you're going to, you know what I mean? You're going to school. You understand? And I don't know about this thing with this image and all this race talk that start because, oh God, all the people are break with that now, man. Satan, boy, look now. One set of nonsense talk, boy. Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. What going on?
Just like the traffic laws, there are a handful of students who really try to push the boundaries. And that is normal. That is human nature.
Yeah.
By nature, the two races have, the hair naturally will either raise up or lie down. Indian children, the hair normally will lie down flat. And African people, their own will raise up by nature. Now, if your hair too big, you'll block the students in the back. And there needs to be a form of discipline. And the parents are the ones who are actually causing these things and trying to defend what we call indiscipline. And this is why the society is where it is today. We need not to have certain things at certain times and certain places. So if children don't know how to conduct themselves, both in attire and the way they speak, and the parents allow that and defending that, and there are people in society defending that, they are the ones who are encouraging the delinquents in children.
Yeah.
Now, your dress code and your hair has nothing to do with your education, how you learn. That has nothing to do with the ability of the child.
And that is why
that's
why the ministry is saying you ought not to deny a child the opportunity to be educated based on these things, because it really doesn't affect your learning. But it's a presentation thing more than anything, I guess, or a rules thing, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people who are super intelligent, but the way they dress doesn't really tell you that. But when they speak, they tell you a lot of things. So I agree that your hair and your style doesn't hamper your learning ability and your capability.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to have a dress code, because then, let me look at the protective services. You need to have a certain level of decency. Right. And we need to perpetuate that. And this is where the churches and the PTA and everybody comes into play. So they fall down, so the children fall down. And it's just a handful of children. It's not much. It's a few delinquent ones that needs to understand your dress code is important. Otherwise, then why do we have uniforms? As you say, why do we have proper shoes and socks and this kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do we have skirts below your knee height and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
So we need to follow the thing. It may sound sometimes backward and all kind of nonsense, but we need to have that in order to foster a disciplined society.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, without rules, chaos. Without rules, you have chaos. You know what I mean? Morning. I do agree with all rules, but, you know, even as a schoolboy, I didn't agree with some of the things, but you have to abide by it for a little while. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning. What's up?
You could jump. You're fine, thank you. Stefan, you could jump high, you could jump low, you could jump anyhow you want to. You could say anything at once. And it's two persons who are responsible for every single little wrong things that have been done, every single good things that have been done. Two persons, mommy and daddy. Take that in your pipe and smoke it. Have a nice day, Steph.
Yeah, but no problem. No, I mean, a parent has to know your child leaving for school. I mean, you must, at some point, you must, Morning. You don't ask your child, well, where you going looking, sir? So when your child going out, and they're wearing wherever they want to wear, you don't pull up the socks and say, hey, where you going looking like that? You mad or what? Look now. Morning. Good thing me I know anyhow.
Yeah,
morning, yeah. How going on?
Morning. I realize after watching social media and reading what people put in, I realize people more concerned about what they put in on the head than what they put in inside the head.
In the head. Yeah.
So when they leave school now, they could take out all the pictures in school. So when they go to the bank to get a loan or they go to get a work, they could show them all the nice hairstyle they had while they was going to school. People behaving as if this is something new. I remember when I went to get registered in school, they gave you brochures with how your uniform is supposed to look.
Yeah.
And hairstyle for boys and hairstyle for girls. So this is nothing new. So I don't know what people making a big issue out of this for.
I and all
study what they put in inside their head. I remember when I went back in the day was 5 Rivers Junior Sec. This girl always come to school late. You know what this girl father do? He shaved the girl's head and sent she to school.
Well, that's some parents.
She will never come to school.
It's that some parents was very extreme.
No, well, the man says she will never come to school late, but the thing about it is, when she come to class, we are laughing at her because she was bigger than everybody else and she was a bully. So we would never laughing at that girl.
Oh, okay. All right.
But people blowing this thing out of proportion. They're blowing this thing out of proportion, man.
As usual. All right. I remember I went by a barber on the Eastern Main Road. It was the first time the barber cut my hair. And I tell the man how to cut my hair, and the man cut my hair too short, boy. And brother man, I going on 6th Avenue crying tears because I had to go to school Monday morning. And I crying tears how low this man cut my hair. Me want to go to school at all. Look at me now. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Good morning.
Yeah, what's going on?
The caller just before this last one here echoed my sentiment. The responsibility don't lie on the church. It don't rely on nobody else other than the children's parents.
Right.
Right? I have a daughter who is currently in Form 3 in secondary school. And we drop her to school every morning.
Right.
And Stefan, on that line to you, some of the hairstyles, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right? Some of the hairstyles are very ridiculous. At the end of the day, you're going to school to learn, right? And this is not you combing your hair in the morning, because some of the braids have to be done in advance. All under your bottom, the braids long. That's not what school is about. I went Corpus Christi, and if you know Corpus Christi, that was run by the nuns. We used to have to put our hair in one.
Right.
Right? We used to have to put our hair in one. School is to learn. There are rules for a reason, and that is why we have this lawless society now, because in this woke generation, no rules should apply. You should be a boy today and a girl tomorrow.
Yeah.
However you feel, that's how you should live.
Yeah.
Right? I am in total disagreement with this whole race thing where hairstyle is concerned. What the topic needs to be is why when CSEC results come out and A-level results come out and scholarships are given, is only children of a certain ethnicity topping. That is where the race needs to come into the conversation. Not for these stupid things, because at the end of the day, Black people are dropping the ball, and I'm not saying that because I always tell you, you could see what I look like, right?
Yeah, I know what you look like, yes.
You know where I am coming from.
Yeah.
Parents want to be their children's friend instead of their parents. Thanks,
Right.
Steph. Have a good day.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I'll take one more, and then we got to get to the break and get to Greenwich. I want to keep things tight this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Yep, morning.
You know, in the police service, your hair should not pass the nape of your neck. I remember you're passing through training college, right?
Right.
And no unnatural or fluorescent colors, right?
Right.
So relative to the hair not passing the nape of your neck. Well, I was told that's based on security reason. One day you're trying to arrest a prisoner, and the prisoner hold your hair and pull it and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Stefan, it is ridiculous what you are seeing in schools, because it has to do with discipline. How about we say only naturally? Stefan, that long braid that has been added in and stuff like that, there is no place in school for that. And I dare say that it probably has to do, you know, when these children getting in fights and stuff, it may be a deterrent in relation to, you know, they pulling your hair, throwing you down, flipping you over. You know, this is a form of discipline. It really has nothing to do with race and hair, you know, it's discipline, right? Teaching you to be neat and, you know, and training you to go out into the workforce. That's my take on it.
All right.
Thank you so much. Take care. Yeah.
Take care. All right, we got to hold some strain there. We're going to come back to the phone line during Behind the Badge. If you all have any questions to Sergeant Greenwich, we're going to deal with a couple topics as it relates to policing. But the Keolic range of products, of course, backed by science, with over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, all made from the aged garlic extract, the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, cholesterol health, total heart health, and the Keolic circulation health are all available, as well as the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keo Dofflers Probiotics. And they're available at any pharmacy or health store across the country. So for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. You'll get all the information that you need, all right? Also, the CFVS learning consultants are here, and every child deserves the chance to shine. And sometimes all they need is the right support behind them. That's where CFVS learning consultant steps in. They work hand in hand with parents, helping children build confidence, stay motivated, and grow at their own pace. And the CFVS offers personalized learning plans, confidence building, and parent coaching, all designed to make learning clear, supportive, and enjoyable for your child. And because life is busy, their services are fully online, so your child can learn comfortably from home, and they support students of all ages and ability levels, meeting every child right where they are. CFVS is committed to closing learning gaps and empowering every child to shine. So for more information, you can email cfvsservices@gmail.com or call 275-1603. That is 275-1603. And that is CFVS Learning Consultants, helping children rise with confidence. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sergeant Greenwich will be with us. Stay tuned.
They gave us the music.
I feel like home.
They gave us the memory.
Woman, you could run away too.
They gave us the rhythms of life.
Trinidad and Tobago, join us for a special tribute to our legendary musical icons who have passed on in Gone But Not Forgotten.
Including Bunny, Swallow, Singing Francine, Shadow, Arrow, Maestro, Rootsman, Blacks, Sandoli, The Mighty Terror, plus lots more. Their music still lives on in our heart. An unforgettable night as we celebrate their legacy in Gone But Not Forgotten. Wednesday, February 4th at Napa and Thursday, February 5th at Sapa. Showtime both nights, 6:30 p.m. Your master of ceremonies, Sonny Bling.
Tickets $300 and $250.
Early bird tickets bought by Monday, January 26th cost $50 less.
For more info, call 732-3402. Gone But Not Forgotten.
Is your life stuck in the same struggles again and again? Pandith Bhargav helps remove negative energy, solve love problems, fix marriage disputes, clear financial stress, and stabilize job and business issues. With accurate psychic, palm, and horoscope readings, he guides you toward the right path. His powerful 30-minute session brings quick relief and clear direction. Take the first step today. Call +1 868-347-2350.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Oh God! Jesus! Jesus!
Put on our shoes.
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
Go ahead, Spike.
Jesus! 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 Jesus!
What does he just say? He just come to what? You just came to what?
Slow down there.
You just came to what?
I'm looking for help, sir. I'm looking for help.
No, but what it is he just said, Daddy?
I'm looking for help, sir. You're looking for help in my yard? And you call nobody a jump defense? Huh?
Daddy, stop it. We said to stop it. Leave him now. He tied up. He's tied up. We're waiting on the police. You said your name is Anton what and why you came in?
Anton Davis.
Right, Dion Anton Davis. Right, and why you came in the yard?
No, well, I think gas.
Why did you come in the yard?
People trying to kill me.
Right, so you think it's safe to come here?
No, well...
Here's a safe house?
It is a safe house, you know.
Really, let me tell you something. Remember, it's minors living here. Okay. Right? You cannot think about yourself only. You have to think about others. Look for some bush to run in. Look for some bush to run in. Don't come... When the people try to kill you, that is when you were supposed to call on Jesus' name.
Jesus! She said when the people try to kill you, that's when you were supposed to call for Jesus. That day took place in Pleasantville. And apparently the guy was, I don't know, he jumped into the people's yard. The people called, well, the pit bull, apparently they have a pit bull in the yard named Spike. Spike deal with the matter. But I want to bring in Sergeant Greenwich as we get things going. 25 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. All right. Greenwich, what's up, man? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Stefan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, Spike. Job well done.
No, well, I mean, look, the reason why I start with that video, I've been telling people for the longest while, if you can't get a gun, get a dog, right? But of course, you carry a dog for training and that kind of thing. So your dog, you know, so the dog becomes your security guard now. Because I have seen bandits run away from a dog or a couple dogs that, you know, when they jump in a yard, they see two big dogs coming at them, they go and run, right? They ain't going to shoot because they don't want to create no unnecessary attention as to what is going on, right? So from the time if they pull the trigger, it alerts everybody in the neighborhood then, if you understand what I'm saying. So most of them will just run and jump back over the wall. So I've been telling people, get a dog. But Spike apparently took this guy, and these dogs, when they hold you, they don't let you go so. The man said he was running because people were trying to kill him. Jumping in the people yard. But here I want to ask,
even if you're a firearm holder, right? A dog is good to have because there's a saying in security: when you sleep in, a firearm sleep in. Right. So a dog usually assists you in one, raising an alarm, two, buying time.
Right.
So while the dog is out there challenging the perpetrator, you are inside preparing to do your role and your part as a licensed farm holder.
Correct.
Right. So in any aspect, it's good. A dog is man's best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Based on the video, I think Spike is earmarked for a national award for bravery.
I hear you, partner. No, but I always tell people that, you know, in the dead of night, if what will wake you up and alert you to a situation is your dog barking.
Exactly.
You understand? The dog doesn't matter rush nobody or attack nobody, but there's the dog barking, that will wake you up. You understand? And you over time you get to know when your dog just barking and making noise, as opposed to when it have imminent danger. So it have two different type of tones or the way that your dog will bark. So that alone within itself is a benefit. But here I want to ask, it appears that after the dog took down the guy, I see one of the residents in the yard with our tree line.
Right.
And well, they edited the video because it cut. And it went to our next part with the woman saying, don't do that, daddy, don't do that, daddy, wherever. Yeah. So I just want to, you know, I don't know if you hear the man some planners or wherever, but look, we just want to advise people, or at least Sergeant Greenwich will, that in a situation like that, you do not want to make yourself, you don't want to get yourself in trouble.
So the law speaks of using proportionate force, right? At the point in time in the video, speaking about, I observed that the man was already subdued, he was already tied, right? Use of force there is unnecessary and maybe deemed excessive, which can lead to you moving from being a victim to now being a defendant. Right? So we're asking people, yes, people entering the premises, breaching your privacy, and whatever the case may be cause it to run emotionally, right? It may cause it to be emotionally flooded.
Right.
But in everything we have to show balance, we have to show temperance, we have to show that we are operating within the confines of the law. Because if he was struck accidentally or something and he bleed out and pass away, the unfortunate thing is we would have gone from being right and protecting our property and our personal space to becoming, as I said, defendants or having a question to answer before the court. And that's what we don't want.
Okay. The other thing I want to ask, well, the other thing we want to move on to, because I think we are very clear on that, right? So people, you can get a dog, a dog is a terrific guard. A dog will protect you. And a dog will give you time to react.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And in the event that you have a dog and somebody enters a yard and the dog take them and grab them, because like I say, a pit bull will grab you and ain't let go until you give him the word to let go.
Stephen, that's the reason why it must have balance.
Yeah.
I am, in fact, a bull type pit bull lover, but having a dog trained is of paramount importance as well.
Yeah, get it trained.
A dog can be, especially when you look at the pit bull breed, they can be just as effective as a firearm, but just like a firearm, they must have an on and off switch. As such, we would advise that persons seek professional training to ensure that their dogs can operate professionally and with control, a certain level of control.
Yeah, boy. And they're smart, eh? Well, my dog home there, I don't know what is going on saddle, you know. When you feed saddle is eat from one side of the bowl to the next, you know, in an order now. And if you feel to eat half of the food, he'll eat exactly half. I don't know how he know that is half. But he just eat exactly and just, you see one half of the bowl clean and the next half are food.
It's bright, they're brilliant.
And then he turn it back for 2 seconds and Ebony eat all the food and go in the bowl and, you know. Because Ebony's the greedy one. But nevertheless, but they're smart. Dogs are very, very smart. I want to bring your attention to this Facebook operation that occurred. Well, they listed as an operation here. Give me the headline. Let me get a headline, fellas. The Facebook market. Yeah. Trinidad police killed 2 in a Facebook marketplace sting operation. A police sting operation to apprehend several suspects following a Facebook marketplace transaction resulted in 2 people being killed and a third having to be hospitalized. And the unidentified suspects were pronounced dead on arrival at hospital around 2 p.m. following an alleged shootout with police officers in Mount Hope. A third man was injured during the incident and was taken to the nearby Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex, Mount Hope, where he remained under police guard. And a 4th man was said to have escaped, and a manhunt was launched shortly after for him. The transaction, which was arranged online, saw police officers from the North Central Division, along with personnel from the Special Investigations Unit, posing as prospective buyers in the operation. Reports indicate the victims met the suspects near the Mount Hope Community Center, Community Drive, Mount Hope. However, as the suspects announced a robbery and began shooting at the police officers, they realized they had been set up. Officers returned fire, which forced the suspects to flee. And of course, it resulted in 2 of them dying, 1 of them injured, and 1 of them now on the run. This is what happens when they end up in a shootout with police. Greenwich, the burning question on my mind is, why did it take so long for an operation like this to take place?
Stefan, I cannot confirm or deny as to whether it was an operation. And additionally, I cannot confirm or deny as to whether there was similar operations that would have taken place and were incident-free in terms of confrontation with the police.
Okay.
Right? But what I would say, if it was in fact an operation, it was excellent police work. Right? The situation in its entirety would in fact act as a deterrent for other persons who intend to use the marketplace platform to rob people of their hard-earned money and put them in fear and terrorize them. So hats off to the officers involved. It is quite unfortunate that people have to lose their lives, but as I always say on the program, if you engage the police officers, we do not shoot to kill, we shoot to live.
Right.
And I promise you, we'll do everything lawfully to ensure that we get home to our families. And this is one case in which that was, you could see it.
Right. No, but I mean, we have seen this take place for a while. We know that Facebook Marketplace is a breeding ground for the criminal elements to be setting up people. People keep getting caught, and somehow or the other, I don't know if they don't read the papers, if they don't pay attention, if they're just naive, if they think it will not happen to them. But, you know, given the amount of times that we've discussed this thing with purchasing from persons on social media.
On this program.
And then meeting up with them, you know, at certain places and whatever, and you're getting robbed, and you would think that after it becomes a common occurrence, that the site itself loses credibility. But that is not the case, because apparently people still believe in
we
too good to be true deals.
Deal. As Trinidadians, we like that bargain, that good deal, that we are blindsided by the fact that it could be, the possibility exists that we could be getting quote unquote put in place.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Right? But at least in this case, the buyers possibly, I can't say yes or no, were police officers, and justice was served.
Okay. There is one more thing I wanna bring to your attention, or I'd like a comment on. Of course, they're having this whole debate on the zones of special operation right now. The police have a significant part to play in that. It's a three-step operation where the police go in, they remove the criminal gangs from the communities. They then provide constant patrols and presence in these communities until up to a certain time, and then there's a community development and social development aspect to that, which is the third phase, where I do not know if conversations are taking place for the police youth clubs to play a role and things like that in these communities, in the community development stage, right? I know they said it would be social and community development organizations that will be set up to form a committee to assist people within the community and rebuild the community, but I think the youth clubs could play a significant role. However,
yes,
what I wanted to bring to the public's attention is that they say this has to be data-driven, right? And I was quite surprised, well, not too surprised. Fellas, you could probably murder stats to me. Yeah, let me just get the murder stats. I just want to give it right. So, Greenwich, over the last 3 years, 2023, 24, and 25, right? I have the murder stats here. And it appears that the Central Division, right, is the highest division in terms of crime. They had 92 murders in 2023, 88 in 2024, and 73 in 2025. Even though that was the year, last year with this long state of emergency, right? Every other division saw a significant drop in crime between 24 and 25 because of the SOE, right?
Right.
But the Northern Division and the Central Division did not see, to me, there didn't seem to be any drastic or significant decline. They went from, Northern Division went from 63 murders in 2024 to 52 murders in 2025. The biggest drop or decline between 24 and 25 was the Port of Spain Division. Now, I want people to keep in mind, 2024 was the bloodiest year in Trinidad and Tobago. 2023 was the third bloodiest. All right? In 2023, Port of Spain had 53 murders reported. It went up to 102 in 2024.
Right.
And then last year, it went down to 36, which is a massive drop. Now, whether or not that speaks to the operations that the police would have conducted and where they would have, certain places would have gotten more attention than others, and certain members of certain gangs that may have resided in the Port of Spain area more than anywhere else were detained. It could cause that significant drop, but it doesn't mean that Port of Spain is not on the table to be earmarked as a zone of special operations, right? Given the overall figures. But I was really, really surprised about the Central Division. I mean, I know a lot of crime does take place in Central, but when you look at the numbers, 92, 88, 73, it's a bit of I mean, that's a bit of a concern for the Central Division. So what really going on in these divisions?
I'll start off by saying that the Central Division does not comprise of Shogunas alone.
Right.
Right. There are numerous hotspots in the enterprise and these areas.
Right.
That we are facing somewhat of a challenge with. With regards to the redesign of the SOE, what I will say on that, it is clear that the powers that we are in fact using the SIP approach is something we have spoken about on this program on numerous occasions.
I remember
the SI
that.
approach, which is suppression initially, you're going with everything you have, right?
Yeah.
To ensure that there's some level of normal taking place in time. So you're going heavy-handed initially with the suppression, then the intervention, which is where you seek out the causes of the crime, the poverty, the socioeconomic issues, and everything, and then you have prevention, utilizing the police youth clubs and other NPOs and other social entities to restructure the culture of the community by focusing on young people and setting different trends and different, as I said, social behaviors, different culture, to transform the culture to one of positivity within the community.
Right.
So this new initiative does in fact speak of that SIP approach, and the SIP approach is not ideal to Trinidad and Tobago only. It is an international theory that is used throughout the world in terms of policing and best working practice, and it is tested and proven. Right? So even though we may be apprehensive at first, we're asking the public to give us a chance in your best interest.
I am saying the same thing. I think this is I think it could work once executed properly. I saw there that the North Central Division, where coincidentally this exercise took place with the North Central Police, this Facebook marketplace exercise. But I see here in the murder statistics, the North Central Division also saw a significant drop in crime. And interestingly, they saw a significant drop between 23 and 24. 24 being the bloodiest year in Trinidad and Tobago. They had 78 murders in the North Central Division.
23.
In 23. And then it dropped to 44 in what was the highest murder rate year ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. So they experienced a drop, and then it went down even further to 18 last year.
Not to take away from Senior Subnadan, who is doing an excellent job. They have the St. Joseph Police Youth Club that plays a very major role in terms of the social aspect of police intervention within the division.
Right.
If we were to watch the migratory patterns of the elements from Port of Spain and environs, you will see that they are more inclined to migrate to Northern Division more than North Central.
Okay.
Right? We have Maloney, we have Pinto, we have areas, and you would understand that these criminals, you have La Hoqueta, these criminal elements, they network twice as hard as the average civilian.
Right.
Right? So why sometimes we find ourselves, which would not happen this year by the grace of God, behind. Right? But understanding the migratory patterns is very critical in what we do as well. So we understand that if they leave point A, the odds are 10 to 1 that they will go to this point.
Right.
Right? So it's proactive policing. And technically, if you really look at North Central, there's few areas that they would migrate to. You have probably the Bangladesh area in St. Joseph, you have Mount Road, right? But in comparison to Northern, which is the most densely populated division in the country, it's highly likely that more of them will migrate here than there, right? So I know that the public sometimes face challenges when we use the stop and search forms. But these forms are in fact required to give us an idea as to where these elements are migrating to.
Right.
Because you might interview a man in Vitam now, not taking Vitam, I'm saying, right? And you interview the same person in Miaro.
Right.
So the trend will tell you, well, apparently there's a syndicate in Miaro now, and when things are hot, they're going down, they say, no, now to focus on Miaro before he gets out of van.
Okay. Understood. Well, you know, I mean, I think the ZOSO approach could work. Like I said, during the SOE, and I made the point, all this fear-mongering that's going on about this is oppression and all kind of damn nonsense. I've been saying, point me in the direction of the people that are complaining about the police treating them unfairly, victimizing them, kicking on the door 4 o'clock in the morning as law-abiding citizens. Show me where all these complaints are. Because we've been under a state of emergency.
I have a serious issue with that. In preparation for what we do here on a Wednesday, I would peruse social media. And one common theme I've heard when it comes to this new initiative is how would the corrupt officers, we are empowering corrupt officers.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, we have had the SOE for quite some time. And I'm yet to see, during the SOE, persons complaining about police officers treating them unfairly. Right? I'm not saying it does not happen, I'm saying but it is a bare minimum. It is not, we're not seeing it anyway. So what it is about the conversion of the SOE that gives the impression that the status quo change, officers will continue to operate professionally and do our jobs the way we were trained to do it.
Yeah. Greenwich, there are less videos now of police officers in confrontation with people. I remember when we were doing this segment some years ago, every week.
We used to feel shame. We try to come and apologize.
Every week is 2, 3, 4 video. All the wicked. All the wicked. I remember that.
Right, and again, I'm challenging the public with the exception to the recent video we are seeing in, I believe, in Sandy Grande.
With the recruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget to send it to them, yes.
Police officers are standing out of line. To me, we are evolving. We engage the public much more professionalism now than in time past.
Yeah.
So I'm yet to see what is there to fear at this point in time.
Like we say, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you have nothing to worry about. Because, you know, as can understand, man talking about, oh God, the police go come and they go kick open your door and they go this and they go run in your house and they can do this and they can do that. But at the same time, the police and them know all the criminals and where they live in. So the police know who's the criminals in the areas. And the police know where the criminals has be. Right? Were you worried about if you was not a criminal?
So even in my experience, the criminal element would think it fit to come out in the car parks and shoot up the place and make noise and things like the law-abiding citizens not get any gunshots. When you're targeted by the police based on your actions, you cry foul.
Yeah.
Like the police out of place to receive information that you was just shooting up a car park and come and search your house.
No.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Well, we will see where it goes with the ZOSO initiative, and I want to thank you for your time this morning, man.
My pleasure, Stefan.
All right, man.
Again, it's been the carnival season. Remember, everything with discretion is good, including alcohol.
Yeah.
Let us abide by the law and have a safe carnival for the 26th.
On and off the road. Nice, man. Thanks a lot. So that is Sergeant Greenwich on the inside there, behind the badge. We want to thank him, of course. And as we go to the break, I want to remind you about Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, and more. They also offer consultation services. And you can check them at any one of their 2 locations, Trin City or Chaguanas. And you can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571 or WhatsApp them on 493-9196. You can also email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. That is Eden Heights. And we also want to remind you about Lashana's palette designs. Yep, got to remind you about that. Right. So Lashana's palette designs. All right, if you're tired of choosing between furniture you can afford and furniture that actually lasts, then at Lashana's Palette Designs, you don't have to compromise. They handcraft custom furniture from quality treated pallets and teak. Real craftsmanship, real durability, real affordability. Your dream piece doesn't have to be a dream budget. So call them on 366-0800. That is 366-0800, or follow them on Instagram at Lashana Palette Designs. Lashana Palette Designs, quality furniture, honest prices. And of course, you can get things custom made that you and you alone have, right? So you wouldn't walk in people ain't go walk in your house. You wouldn't walk in nobody else's house and see that. That is custom made for you, all right? In accordance with how you want your design done. And it's extremely affordable. All right, so I'll tell you what, we take the break. When we come back from the break, the Archbishop has called for laws to protect children, saying that social media is more addictive than alcohol. And in a response to that, yesterday when asked about it, the Prime Minister said that she would consider a social media ban for children under the age of 12. We'll get your thoughts on that when we return.
After dynamic opening week performances, this week, Classic Russo returns to their home, City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain, with performances by All Rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Brian London, Twiggy, Dr. Will B, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. This Wednesday. Then on Thursday night, it's Judges Night. Admission $200 and 2 persons on 1 ticket for $300. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco Office, New City Mall, and at the box office on the day of the show. Both shows 8 p.m. And this Friday, Classic Russo rolls into Point Fortin at the Field of Dreams for another massive show. Get your tickets at $150 and 2 persons on 1 ticket for $200 at the venue Field of Dreams box office till showtime at 8 p.m. Classic Russo for Classic Kaiso.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Tired of the daily school run? Say hello to Open Minds Education, your 100% online school built for life in the Caribbean. From preschool to secondary, they've got your child covered. Anytime, anywhere, no traffic, no textbooks, no hidden fees. Just smart, flexible learning with real teachers who care. It takes a village to raise a child, and Open Minds, they are that village. Learn today, lead tomorrow. Call or WhatsApp 868-388-6635 or visit openminds.education to register.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags, available at groceries and supermarkets. supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
All right, so we're back. We're 7 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. We got Pastor John coming up at 7:35. So before we get into this topic here, we take some calls. I want to remind you that Seth Wyola Board has the Holistic Health Clinic, and he also has this book. The book is available at all RIK bookstores, Amazon, and of course directly through Seth. And the numbers are on the screen to call him and order the book. You are not sick. You are malnourished. So, why manage a disease when you could reverse it? All right? And this is what he specializes in. Drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And like I said, to book an appointment or to book the book that he has written, his book, all you have to do is call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 7611952. So give him a call or WhatsApp today and get cracking either with an appointment to see him for an assessment or to order the book. I tell you, that book is a real good read. You're going to learn a lot reading that book. Right? Anything you perceived in your head about Seth Wyola Board, the book is going to change your mind. I know I'm telling you. Also, the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy. On the 31st of January, they have 2 courses, the Creative International Cuisine and the Baking and Pastry 1. And in February, they got the City and Guilds Diploma 3. So it takes place Ramsing's Plaza in Chagonas. And all you have to do is call or WhatsApp 3724639 or 7375097. Those are the numbers to call and get registered or get more information. Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy. Yeah, man. Well, Friday, we're going to be out of studio. And we're going to be coming live with Breaking Dawn from the John Cupid Carnival Village. We have some members of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Calypsonian, they have a Calypso show coming up on Saturday. And they're going to be on the show to come and promote it. I think one of the guys is going to perform. That's on Friday. And we may have some other entertainment and some guests booked. But we will be at the John Cupid Carnival Village, live with Breaking Dawn. You know what I was talking about? Stefan Brados, do the show live from all other parts of the world. Why don't you do the show live from other parts? Well, we want to big up NCC for making it possible as well. And we will be at the John Cupid Carnival Village. This Friday, we will be at Flavor Village. Next week, Friday, and we will be at the on the grandest stage of all, at the Queen's Park Savannah. God don't let no rain fall that morning, because we're doing the show from on the stage. All right? At the Queen's Park Savannah on that Friday, which is the Carnival Friday, the Fantastic Friday. So look out for that. We got 3 shows outside. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have conversations with Pantrin Bago, with Tuco, with NCC, and other stakeholders in the Carnival. So, yeah, Breaking Dawn is going to be all over for the Carnival, man. And then, of course, all of this, comes down to the Synergy stage that will be in play Carnival Monday and Tuesday. All right here outside Synergy TV studios. So make sure look out for all of that. It's Carnival 2026. I know we're dealing with a lot of issues and it feel like Carnival, boy. I ain't seen no bacchanal, boy. Like people on their best behavior or what? I ain't see Pinky. Remember last year the woman they called Pinky? In effect. Well, I know that some conversation taking place about South people if they stooch. They find, the crowd was a little stiff at experience. I wasn't there this year, so I can't tell you. Some people said they weren't feeling the music, like the bass. They wasn't feeling that music hitting them. EMA, of course, is in full action. So I don't know because I wasn't there. Other people told me, boy, what are people talking about? But it depends, I guess, on how close you were to the speakers. Right? I don't know. I don't know if it was something along those lines. I don't know. But yeah. And people have been talking about the phone thing too. Everybody on the phone, and you know what I mean? You know, last year when Bungie came and he did the Carry It, and he gave us that nostalgic vibe of how FET used to be long time, right? I thought this year everybody would be in that kind of zone, but people going back on their phone like they had no tune to shake them up and get them to put away the phone. You know what I mean? Look, people that say, but Stefan, I don't take no videos and things when they go to this. Why, man, you feel that time to take out my phone and record? Brother, man, I go to, look, man. I go to enjoy myself. You tell me about take out phone and record? Look now. Anyway, let's get to this before we run out of time here. The Archbishop, let me get that in line. So the Archbishop wants laws to protect children. Social media is more addictive than alcohol, he says. I agree. In terms of social media being more addictive than a lot of things, more addictive than cocaine. Strolling is the most addictive thing there is now. But anyway, Archbishop Charles Jason Gordon is calling for laws to protect children from the dangers of social media, saying that certain online platforms were more addictive than alcohol. He called on the government to consider recent laws passed and implemented in Australia, which bans access to social media to children under the age of 16. All right? Now, his comments came 2 days after Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar made known that her government's intention is to raise the legal age for alcohol and cannabis consumption to 21 and the legal gambling age to 25. Now, the Prime Minister yesterday, there was a headline here in the Newsday, PM to consider social media ban for children under 12, not 16. So, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar and Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence Minister Dominic Smith shared the concerns of Archbishop Charles Jason Gordon about the need to protect children from the dangers of social media. Persad-Bissessar said government may be willing to consider a social media ban for children under 12 years old. Smith said the challenge when it comes to social media or technology in general is how to govern it responsibly. Now, China does it. China filters all of that nonsense that you just get. China filters that. And TikTok, for instance, if you're in China, it's only educational thing. They're getting on TikTok, you know. They don't get all the bacchanal and drama that we just get, you know. Right? Let me see. Oh God, they're asking, why the media is asking stupid questions? We're dealing with children. Went on to ask the Prime Minister if they if they consider to ban social media for adults. Look, she said that they're considering children under 12. That has nothing to do with adults. God, boy, eh? Even when they say it plain and simple. Anyway, let me take some calls on that. Social media is a place where people go. They are influenced very easily at times based on what they see on social media. And if somebody wanted to know if having a for sale sign on your windshield is illegal. I will find out that from Brent Batson. Don't frighten. I'll get back to you on that. But let me get your thoughts on this concern from the Archbishop and the Prime Minister saying that they may consider as maybe a social media ban for children under 12 years old. Hello, good morning. What are your thoughts?
Hello, good morning, sir. I'm calling besides some fellas will get shooting that place. Who fella get shoot when they go to rob the men and them? One got shot in the foot, one dead. I want to know if I have it right. One dead or two dead. Two alive. One got shot in the foot. One got shot in the bam seat. And one got shot in the arm.
Where?
And the next one broke his foot. In the canal while you are in broke his foot in the canal. You hear me?
Yeah, but where was this? Where are you talking about?
The shooting place where they had in Champlain.
Oh, but I'm not aware of that, but go ahead.
Right. When the fella got shot, he died on the spot. Right? One guy shot in the foot, the bam seat, and the shoulder. The other one run, and he broke his foot in the canal. I'm telling you good.
Okay.
The fellow who got shot in the foot, the arm, come out, they send him out of jail. But the other one who got the foot break, they keep him back. Right? No. He went to the Montreux hospital. They sent him to Montreux. The police got him there.
Right.
The foot break, they dressed the foot. And they came back up in the station. Right? They've not given the boy his tablets for his foot. And the fellow got shot in his foot and the bumpy and his shoulder come out. So I want to know what the next one staying inside. What they have the next one in the police?
Okay, I will see. All right.
Nothing.
All right, no problem. I'm not too familiar with the situation, with that situation, but I'll see what I can find out from the police in terms of the shooting. You said it's in the Champlain area. All right, I'll find out. But I want to get back on topic here. Would you all support a social media ban for children under the age of 12? 327-7400. We have about 7 or 8 minutes to accommodate some calls on that. All right? Would you support a ban? The Archbishop has said he is concerned about the social media. Social media is more addictive than alcohol. The Prime Minister, in response to that, is saying that, look, we understand the concerns that the Archbishop has, and we would probably consider a ban, a social media ban for children under the age of 12. Quite frankly, if you're under the age of 12, what are you doing on social media? Let's start with. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Good day. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead. Good day, sir. I would like to the ban for children under 12 years should be not 12 years, but 16 years like in Australia.
You would say 16?
The reason why yes, 16.
Okay.
The reason why 16 years, because from the data that will be presented from Australia, which is a developed country, we will be able to mimic and compare what is happening in Australia to that is what is happening in Trinidad. So both of them will be 16. Now, the government is giving computers to children when they now enter secondary school.
Yeah.
That should be banned until they get accepted over 16 years. So when you're doing like CAPE exams and whatever, these are the people should be given the computers. Because right now, children over 12, they enter secondary school, they will go into the porn sites. They will be going to bullying.
The laptops aren't set up like that. The laptops aren't set up for them to access those things. They can't access those things on those laptops.
But there are people who are very brilliant in computers, hackers, infiltrated the SWIFT banking system.
Yeah, I understand what
and, and they are brilliant people. So you could get him a partner. Boy, bring your computer, man. We go get you in the site and thing, man. Everybody have a friend.
Okay. All right, I hear you. You would
good.
say under 16, no problem. I hear you about that. But I think that I wouldn't deny the children the laptops going into secondary school because we live in an age of technology. And from the time you make the transition from primary to secondary school, you have to be in tune with technology. And there are certain safeguards and so on and so forth that could be used on those laptops to keep out. I understand what you're saying, that brilliant people will get it wrong, but I don't think those laptops are set up for things like that. Hello, good morning.
Morning. I wouldn't say a ban. I wouldn't go to a ban censorship. Not a ban. Censor the incoming
content
and content. The content censor it. Just as if the laptop can't take down can't pull adult sites.
Yeah.
They censor these things, and it would be null and void in terms of once the parent set up the phone or whatever device that it just cannot access a particular social media, and that will be able. You will now be able to build a social media surrounding that age group that would be that for that age group that will be friendly towards that age group.
Okay.
Instead of just
like how they do it in China.
Anywhere.
Like how they filter it in China. Yeah.
So those kids have access to social media, but all the content would be age related and age appropriate.
Okay. All right, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, man. We going again. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Let me tell you something. You see, the pushback where the Prime Minister get with the raising the fines and now with the setting up the zone.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It go be 10,000 times worse if she try to ban this. Because
you
let
think
me tell
so?
you something. Every little.
You think so, boy? I don't think she'll get much pushback for that, you know.
Let me tell you something. Doing that come like she taking away the parents from them children. They come like they're making all them under 12-year-old children parentless now. You know? Because you're going to see protests around the savannah, you're going to see protests all over Trinidad with 12-year-old children and younger protesting. They're going to kill themselves if she intends to do that. Trust me. What they should do, what she should do is hold the parents them. You see all them parents who have overweight children and delinquent children and things, they need to deal with the parenting, not banning the children, because the parents will create that problem. So now you create a problem and you want to just put a plaster on the sore by trying to limit social media from the children. The problem is not the children, and the problem is not social media. The problem is parenting. That's where causing every single thing in the country. And she trying to put her ban on that. I wish you luck. Have a good morning, stuff.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
Well, there is another aspect of this. In another story that I didn't put on the listing today, the Prime Minister did say yesterday, it was in the paper, you know. Let me see if I can find it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. Sorry about that just now with the other phone. I was calling the wrong number. I just wanted to say something. When my daughter was in primary school, I got her one of those phones that you couldn't do anything with. I think you call them a Me Too.
Yeah. Just call. You can just call and receive calls. Make calls and receive.
That is all you could have done with it. So that was my way of trying to deal with it. But I don't even think you could get one of those phones anymore. But I think it's a great initiative, but I would like to know how they're going to do that. Because what is to prevent a child from getting your phone? And then what about all the other mediums? You put on the TV, you're seeing all kind of thing on the TV. You're listening to some of the music, some of the calypsos or songs. You're hearing it on the radio. You cannot get away from it. But it's a good initiative. But I would like to know how they plan to deal with it, how they're going to do it. That's what
Okay.
I want to know.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Let me see if I can take another one here. Director, let me get there is another headline. After this call, I'll call for it because I didn't put it on the agenda because I know we don't have time to deal with it. And it's it's one of those topics that people will want to talk on. But we'll get to it tomorrow. Along with tomorrow, I am going to show you all the loans that were taken over the last 10 years from 2016 to 2024. Or they go ball. Morning, caller.
Hey, morning.
Yeah, morning,
so,
man.
This thing with the 12-year-old ban, that's very good.
Uh-huh.
Right? And it's something that adults need to do as well. Think about it, right? Why I think the age nowadays, everybody is so stressed, right? When you go home, you're tired, you can't catch yourself, right? You're trying to understand how in the earlier times back in history where, our forefathers would go out there, do manual labor, come home and still have physical energy to do family time.
Yeah.
The reason for that is, in the morning we get up, we stress because the first thing we do, we take a phone. And the brain start running, right? So once we can start to, as a society, limit the screen time, right? Try to relax the brain, slow down the hamster wheel. That way now, the body itself will stop being so tired.
Yeah.
Right? So this what they're doing here with the children is a very good grooming process. Where it is the children can understand the limitations of screen time. And adults as well, we need to start to implement that.
All right, no problem.
All right, thanks.
Cool. Yeah. I'll take this final call here and I'll show you part of what we'll talk about tomorrow. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear.
Most parents don't realize we have YouTube Kids. YouTube Kids don't work in Trinidad. So if you set up a YouTube account for your child, and you set it up for the child age requirement, you're not allowed access to YouTube, which plays a big role in children's lives and what they're watching. So a simple thing is parents just need to go and realize that, okay, and I can limit my child to what they're watching because of YouTube Kids. Because with my 5-year-old, we cannot get onto YouTube Kids. With YouTube Kids, sorry, you cannot allow them to watch some of the stuff that they have for them. So what parents do is there's simple settings on it themselves. And with your child also, you could parent control. You could stop your child from using your phone. There's certain times, screen time. You have up to 2 hours. Just limit them. Simple things like that parents need to do. We'd rather wait for the government to run through this. We could do it as parents. Just do it yourself. Go into these things, take your time, look for it, ask a question, and set it up.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. Yeah, all right. Now, I'm going to get to Pastor John, but before I do that, just give me, before I get to the other headline, let me get Jameson. We want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson Immunity Products, man, because Carnival is on. Of course, you want to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as the cold fighter. They got the cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. All right, so make sure and get your immune system up to mark with this Carnival season that is coming. Let me get the parental accountability headline. Right. So I didn't put this on the schedule for today because I know this is something that it's connected to the social media ban for the children under 12. And this forms now part of a holistic approach to grooming society into a more disciplined, law-abiding society as well, moving forward, right? So I'll just read the first paragraph, and we will get to this tomorrow, okay? The government's 2026 legislative agenda includes a proposed law to hold parents legally accountable for their children's involvement in bullying violence, and related misconduct, especially in schools. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar stated last week on presenting the government's legislative agenda in Parliament for 2026 that, quote, it is part of the broader policy of this government to address rising concerns about school violence, gang influence, and the lack of effective deterrence. Parents must be more engaged in their children's behavior, especially when schools alone cannot manage escalating violence. The threat of legal consequences may push parents to intervene earlier in cases of bullying. Under this bill, parents could face fines or penalties if their child is repeatedly involved in bullying or violent acts, end quote. Proposed laws also seek to establish a parole system, expand the criteria for firearm users' license applications, facilitate equal opportunities for disabled people in the labor market, and strengthen various areas of the minimum wage law. So, the government is seeking to do something that I have mentioned on this program for about 10 years. Fine the parents. Not fine them, Fine them, F-I-N-E. Your child misbehaves in school, that comes with a fine. And when the parents start to feel it in their pocket, they will make the adjustments to the child, because no parent likes to spend unnecessary money. I have said this, and you could go back and check my track record on this. I have said, it's as if they sit down watching the program for 10 years and they were taking notes. All right, yeah, all right. So this is one of the things that I have spoken of on several occasions about fining the parents and holding parents accountable for the child action. You will get no pushback from me on this one, I can tell you that, because I've been calling for this for the longest while, because it got out of hand. All right? So we will talk a little more about that tomorrow. Tomorrow I will also give you all the loans, and I'm pulling these loans from the Auditor General's reports. All right? There are loans that were taken. You see, when we're talking about why we're in the economic situation that we're in, why the government has no money, why Dave Tanko is in New York right now with his bonds in hand, trying to get $1 billion borrow to kickstart the economy. Why did we end up here? Well, you're going to go back and check all the borrowing that took place over the last 10 years. So we have all the loans that were taken by the previous administration from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Interestingly, there is one loan in there that was taken by the last administration, a loan for $500 million. You know what the loan was for? External legal cost. So it have lawyers that shared with this loan that was taken for $500 million. If you multiply that by 7, like $3.5 billion TT in lawyer fees, external lawyer fees. They took a loan for that. And the interesting thing is, as a man, I like to connect dots, and you know me, I like to connect my dots, right? The CLICO report that came out the other day, the legal fees, as mentioned by the Attorney General, came up to $4 billion. So when I take that figure, and I look back and I see, but wait now, the previous administration took a loan for $500 million for legal fees, external legal fees. Who these fees went to? Where did this money go? And I look back now and see that we had a legal bill for $4 billion in legal fees with the CLICO matter. Well, 1 + 1 = 2, right? But we'll go through all of those loans, and you'll get a better understanding as to why we're in the position we're in right now, and why Dave Tanko is outside in New York trying to secure a loan for $1 billion. Because my information is that there are about they're about $6 to $8 billion short. Anyway, we take the break. When we come back, Pastor John will join us. Stay tuned.
They gave us the music.
I feel like home.
They gave us the memory.
Woman, you could run away too.
They gave us the rhythms of life.
Trinidad and Tobago, join us for a special tribute to our legendary musical icons who have passed on, gone, but not forgotten.
Including Bunny, Swallow, Singing Francine, Shadow, Arrow, Maestro, Rootsman, Blacks, Sandoli, The Mighty Terror, plus lots more. Their music still lives on in our heart. An unforgettable night as we celebrate their legacy in Gone But Not Forgotten. Wednesday, February 4th at Napa and Thursday, February 5th at Sapa. Showtime both nights, 6:30 p.m. Your master of ceremonies, Sonny Bling.
Tickets $300 and $250.
Early bird tickets bought by Monday, January 26th cost $50 less.
For more info, call 732-3402. Gone but not forgotten.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Tired of the daily school run? Say hello to Open Minds Education, your 100% online school built for life in the Caribbean. From preschool to secondary, they've got your child covered. Anytime, anywhere, no traffic, no textbooks, no hidden fees. Just smart, flexible learning with real teachers who care. It takes a village to raise a child, and Open Minds, they are that village. Learn today, lead tomorrow. Call or WhatsApp 868-388-6635 or visit openminds.education to register.
Is your life stuck in the same struggles again and again? Pandith Bhargav helps remove negative energy, solve love problems, fix marriage disputes, clear financial stress, and stabilize job and business issues. With accurate psychic, palm, and horoscope readings, he guides you toward the right path. His powerful 30-minute session brings quick relief and clear direction. Take the first step today. Call +1 868-347-2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, people, so we're back. We're 18 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday morning. For the next 15 minutes, you're going to be joined by Pastor John out to New York City. So we want to bring him in. We're talking about the benefits of good health. So, Pastor John, good morning to you, man. Oh, yeah, senior man.
Okay. So this is my new setup.
All right, lovely.
So I want to begin today. Good morning to you and good morning to everyone. In this season where they have the super flu and now we have the virus protector to help people, because you must be aware that when health is absent, listen to me carefully, somebody like yourself who's on the air, I don't know if it's every day, how many days a week, and all your audience is expecting you to be the same thing every single day that you come on the air, whatever time you start to whatever time you finish. So good health is what will allow you to do what you're doing, and that goes to everybody else. When health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself. Art cannot manifest. Strength cannot fight. Wealth becomes useless. Intelligence cannot be applied. Somebody may ask themselves the question, what does that have to do with what I am doing? I am trying to bring to every single person attention that don't take your health for granted. Don't take it, and take it seriously, always at all times. That is what you continue to do. So this statement I just made, I didn't come up with it. That was made over 300 years BC. I don't have the time to go into the history of it, but to understand what it means to be healthy. We have the super flu, for example. We have non-communicable disease that are existing. The super flu is a flu that we are told that hit you. You're saying that you could be talking and laughing right now with me, and that flu could attack the person. And in my opinion, based on what we have in America, is like my nickname for it is COVID-19 younger brother. That's all I could say, because I don't know how to classify it because of how it's taking out people, and so many people are hospitalized. And I'm not sure if in Trinidad and Tobago, you guys have the super flu, but I know we have it bad in America. It's called H3N1. It's bad, very, very bad in America. If you guys escape it and you escape it for Carnival, you will be good. But if you do, I have the virus protector that is available for any type of viruses whatsoever. Then we look at non-communicable disease. The leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for what? 75% of all the people die in the world die because of non-communicable disease. A lot of people don't even know what non-communicable disease are. And I don't have 2 hours here, but just to give you maybe 4 examples, cardiovascular disease, and a lot of stuff fall under cardiovascular disease like heart disease, stroke, hypertension, diabetes. What about cancer is a non-communicable disease? Respiratory disease like COPD, asthma, any type of respiratory system that is malfunctioning, it falls under the banner of non-communicable disease. So today, it's very, very important that we take a second look at our health. Look at neurodegenerative disease under non-communicable disease, depression, Alzheimer's, neurological disorders, epilepsy, seizures and epilepsy fall under the same banner. Parkinson's, arthritis, all different type, kidney disease, are all global health issues. So today I am here to promote the activation that if your insulin is producing correctly in your system, you don't have diabetes. But if it don't and you have diabetes, you need to activate the insulin back in your system so you can be healthy again. This is I don't even know how simpler that I could bring this message to people, to let people know that collagen is responsible for 30% of all the proteins in the body. Therefore, lack of collagen destroys the ligaments and the cartilage in your joints. So if you are suffering from arthritis, the first thing that antenna should go up. One of the things that are lacking is collagen. And you don't need to put collagen in your body. You need to activate the collagen that the body already have so that the body can produce all 28 types. All of these I'm saying is because we have the activator, the phytopower pack, the sugar blocker. We have every single thing that is available to allow you to heal yourself. And you know why you have to heal yourself? Because the secret, listen to me, even for good eyesight, the secret to healing the body, to live healthy, is in your cell. When I say cell, not your prison, it's in your cell, the blood cell I'm talking about. All right? So if we only activate and keep ourselves healthy, we stand to be healthy. If we ignore it, we stand to be not. Like erectile dysfunction is the nervous system is not this hamper the blood from flowing in the system correctly, so the blood is no longer flowing in the system. That's why anything good for your heart is good for the reproductive organs. It's the same framework because the blood must flow. The veins in the male, in the human being, act as a valve to lock the blood in the male reproductive organs. And that is where he regained his strength again. All over the world, 52% of men are suffering. Only the ladies could rescue men to start buying it and bringing it home for their sons, their fathers, their brothers, their husbands. Whoever is in their life, we have to depend on the woman to help men fix back themselves because it is getting worse. So today, my number is 516-286-7079. Statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.
Right.
This that intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, care, or prevent any disease. Go ahead, Stefan.
Oh, no. I was just, I was listening to this. What you said, the variant, what virus is that you all have up there in America?
H3N2, which is the nickname Superflu. It's in Antigua, it's in Jamaica. Raven start to make havoc around the world. I am not sure if Trinidad and Tobago, I know every time America sneezes, Trinidad is catch the cold. So if you miss this one, you will be very lucky to miss this one.
Well, I don't think we have. There was a pretty bad cold going around the other day. I mean, I didn't get it, but a few people did. But I don't think it was as bad as what you're describing.
Okay, that's good.
But I know we have the carnival and we have I haven't been to any fetes yet. My first fete is actually this Saturday in September the Saints. But so I haven't been in any crowds and things per se. But you know, when you get into the crowds and things and everybody, you know, that's when you're more likely get that spread. But I guess I'll see what happens this weekend. But to my knowledge, I don't know anything about that hitting Trinidad yet. We have the whole carnival season, Carnival Monday and Tuesday, so I'm sure usually after the carnival season is where we get all of the viruses, the cold. So obviously I want to strengthen the immune system. In terms of me, I remember there was a time that I wasn't getting sick at all. Like I couldn't get sick. Like not even my sneeze. And interestingly enough, that was during the pandemic. Interestingly enough.
That's good news because your immune system is what set up the whole apparatus to defend the entire body. And if the immune system is strong enough, anything come your way, you are easy like Sunday morning. You don't have to worry about you're getting sick because coronavirus. As long as your immune system is strong enough, you could defend yourself. And if there's not enough time for me to explain and give you an analogy of how strong that immune system is and what it meant in terms of explaining, like it's like a fortified castle or city with different defense layers, like barriers and police and special forces battling invaders, or national army and patrol, the innate immunity, and the elite task forces like the adapted immunity. And remember, the past threats, much like a defense agency, keeps criminal records. That's how your immune system works. So you're good. I think you should tap yourself on the shoulder to know that anybody that came through COVID-19 and never get it, please
I never get sick. During that period, I'm telling you, I was coming here to work, going home, coming here to work, going home. I all out on the pavement, exercising, running, wherever. I never got, you know, I don't think in the 12 years I've been doing, as a matter of fact, in the almost 20 years that I've been doing media, in the years on radio before, and in the years on television here, which is 12 years, I cannot recall ever putting in a sick leave. I don't think I ever take a sick leave. I think there's it's had one time that I needed a week off, but that wasn't because I had a cold or anything like that. That was for something totally different. It was more injury than an actual virus or a cold, right?
Right.
But outside of that, the only other time that I take any time off here is when my father passed away. Outside of that, I have never taken a day off.
Well, that's good. And that's an indication that Arrow's showing good health. The question is, you have to keep it up because as we go older, our thymus becomes weaker.
Well, yeah.
Example, I'm 67. When COVID took place, I'd already crossed 60. And I thank God I didn't get it.
Right.
Because I keep trying to maintain and strengthen my immune system constantly.
Yeah.
And I have to remember every day that I cannot forget I'm a cancer survivor.
Right.
I cannot forget that cancer attacked my body, and as long as it attacks your body, if you make mistakes in life or you drop your guards, it could come back anytime. So I have to remember to keep healthy every day, using my products every single day so that I can maintain, which is known today as good health.
Yeah.
And this is the message I give to people with glaucoma and cataract and retinal detachment and all different eye complications. They too are suffering in terms of even people are lacking hearing, lacking smelling. Some people cannot even taste properly. And they're struggling through life every day. That's why you cry when you have no shoes until you meet the man with no feet. To understand how to appreciate to walk and to talk, and for me to be on the air standing like this and speaking to you, that is a privilege. Because if good health is not here, then I cannot do it. And if I have some health, you begin to struggle to do it.
Right.
Anytime you could go to the gym, say praise the Lord, you could go to the gym. A lot of people would love to go to the gym and cannot.
Yeah. For that,
they cannot even run down the street and walk and laugh and talk with you as they want to laugh. And for this carnival, all the people take care of themselves. If you need help, call me at 516-286-7079. That's the number to call.
All right, well, we just about out of time, but people, I want to remind you that Pastor John, you can connect with him via WhatsApp. The number is on the screen, 151-628-6079. Make sure and call him. He has several products within the range of products that he carries, from the sugar blocker to the weight loss management, the weight management, to the fat burner, to the all of the other products, the immune boosters and so on and so forth. So make sure, call, inquire, and find out about the one that you are most interested in or the one that suits your needs. So you can call him once again on 151-628-7079. Pastor John, thanks a lot for your time this morning, man.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day today and a better one tomorrow.
All right, you too, man. So that is Pastor John on the inside. And with that, we take the final break. Come back and wrap things up. Stay tuned.
After dynamic opening week performances, this week, Classic Russo returns to their home, City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain, with performances by All Rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Brian London, Twiggy, Dr. Will B, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. This Wednesday. Then on Thursday night, it's Judges Night. Admission $200 and 2 persons on 1 ticket for $300. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco Office, New City Mall, and at the box office on the day of the show. Both shows 8 p.m. And this Friday, Classic Russo rolls into Point Fortin at the Field of Dreams for another massive show. Get your tickets at $150 and 2 persons on 1 ticket for $200 at the venue Field of Dreams box office till showtime at 8 p.m. Classic Russo for Classic Kaiso.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, so we're back. We got some birthdays to get to, and we are out of here. So here we go. How much you got? Just 4? Beautiful. So, good morning, Stefan and the Breaking Dawn team. We would like to send out wedding anniversary greetings to my parents. 55 years together on Thursday. Oh, this is for Thursday, man. This is a Thursday. All right, so they say, all right, so happy anniversary. They'll celebrate it on Thursday, the 22nd of January. And this is coming from the 3 children, Vidya, Bobby, and Sabita, only daughter-in-law Diane, and 3 children, Stephanie, Stefan, and Nandini. All right, so we didn't get the parents' name though, but maybe all I can send it back tomorrow with the actual names of your parents. All right. Also, right. So shouting happy birthday to our dad, Sam Jawan, a man of many skills, an amazing husband, a hardworking dad, and to his grandkids, a superhero. You are living proof that age is just a number. Thank you for all that you do for each and every one of your children and grandchildren. Hashtag Super68, and cheers to many more years to come from your wife Tara, your children Casey, Cassie, Gayatri, Premnath, and Brian. Grandchildren Ronaldo, Krish, and Catalia. All right, and my boy was in our 5K, boy. Don't make joke. Run, Stefan, run. April 26th. All you get ready. Also, birthday wishes going on to Candice. They want you to enjoy your day, Candice. This is coming from your friends David, Reynolds, Patrick, and Rani. All right, so happy birthday to Candice. And finally, happiest birthday going on to Khaleesi. Do enjoy your favorite things on your special day. Wishes of success always in your life as a future leader. And with the Almighty God as your lead, we pray that you will always be covered with blessings of all good things life has to offer. From your dad, Corey, your mom, Zen, your grannies, June and Judy, your relatives and your friends. So happy birthday going on to Khaleesi. And that's it for the birthdays today. That's it for Breaking On today. Tomorrow, loans, all the loans that were taken from 2016 to 2024, and we'll find out what you think about the Prime Minister proposing to fine parents for their children's misbehavior. All of that and more, whatever pops up today, all of that coming at us tomorrow. See you then. We out.
Good morning. Welcome.